All right, so last tutorial as we go through the setup. So we have gone through analytics, services, moments, the users. From again, this is all from the admin side. Talked a little bit, very little bit about integrations. Now we're talking about the overall setup. You're going to see again. There's 5 sub tabs to every one of these. I'm just going to try to knock this all out under the same banner. So right now with the logo, I'm not sure what's going on. It's a little bit glitchy, but that's just simply what you're going to see. Let me go ahead and let me log out so you'll see. But that's what you're going to see right here. That's already been there. I would say don't mess with that. Don't click on the remove image. Not sure what the deal is there. The background color is something you can actually pick different hex keys. That just will create certain colors. That's why you see the purple that we see here. All this is pretty much static right now. I wouldn't mess with any of this. The text color, we have it light in the navigation. I'm sorry, text color light. So you're going to see that's the white up here. It looks a little bit better up against a darker purple rather than just black text or dark text. And then the navigation link text case is all in title case, where you see capital C, capital W, capital U. You can do it in all caps, but right now we're just kind of leaving it right there. Okay, so the navigation links that we showed you from the very beginning, I told you we'd come back and look at them from the admin side. So everything that you see right here is what you see right here in the user experience. That's what it looks like. So whatever you call it, wherever you link it to, is what you're gonna is what you're gonna see right here. But this is where you do all of that. I would suggest let me and or Lydia know before you think about changing it. Let us know what you're thinking. There may be some other options. We haven't looked at this in quite a bit of time. There are some things we probably do want to keep static at some point when we update any one of these forms or these links. That would be definitely one thing that would want to change is the URL. That being said, yeah, so I will show you that if you do a drop down, it actually gives you, I'm going to leave it on website, but you can actually go through a few different things here where you can, people can see all, I'm sorry, we can see all the different options of things that we can create where it's just kind of a tag. Again, that's the first thing that people are going to see is what that's called. So whatever you click on is what it's going to be called. So maybe we're wanting people to point people to, oh, if they're new here, let's just say instead of connect, or if they want prayer, maybe they're wanting to see all the different messages. We can create a whole YouTube playlist with that. Main website, liking us on Facebook. If we want to point them to that, we're definitely able to do it. So, if we want to point people to what's going on with kids, anyway. So I don't want to go through all of them. You can kind of see, but this is what it will create is an opportunity for us to do that. And all of them will require some sort of URL link. But we just want to make sure that whenever they click on that link, it's actually pointing them to what we're telling them. So that's pretty simple there. So I'll leave that alone. The customize the icon some browsers display for your site. Okay, yeah. So what that is the again the icon. It's the brand. We don't have this right now. That's something I'm kind of holding off on it. But essentially, all that is you would see this icon right up here next to it. Not a super big priority, but it does actually add to the security and like whenever you click on Facebook, for example, you're going to see that icon on the far right side or far left side. I'm sorry. Wouldn't worry about that so much, but keep pushing for it. And let's do everything that we can to offer as much as we can. Okay, so remember I told you about that offline video, the Waymaker song that was going on? We can pick virtually anything. Now, one of the things that, after talking with the pastoral team, we do not want to put in services, like full-blown services. We either want promo videos or a single worship video that is on a link, that is on a loop. So that's what you see right here. And yeah, I won't dive into that too much more. But that is essentially, again, just as a reminder, this is what's playing when services are not running. Okay, and then offline prayer. This is actually very interesting. We will definitely need to come back and revisit this. We don't point people to prayer using email. However, we can get back into that. Let's talk to Lydia about the best feature for that. I know right now what we're typically doing is pointing people to the prayer number, which I think they're texting 97,000 they're texting the word prayer to that, and that will queue up the form. So we're not really utilizing offline prayer the way that they have it. So no big deal. I'm not really worried about it so much. Sharing. Now, so you're going to see, be very mindful not to remove the image, or we'll have to make sure to get one back to you. So you shouldn't have to worry too much about this. But basically what happens is whenever somebody texts out the link, remember the text to invite, whenever we text out the link, or YouTube, or I'm sorry, Facebook, or tweet, or whatever it may be, this will be the thumbnail is all that's called. It'll be the image that goes out with that link, okay? Sometimes we will update these as it relates to the series itself. But right now we have a static, just Christian World one. All right, the domain now, actually this is something that I wouldn't mind you looking into. We can actually create a custom domain. I looked at it briefly, but I would love to know what it takes to do it on our end. And all it is, if you can see right here, we have christianworldchurch.online.church. Not bad, not a problem, but maybe we want to go live.cwc.com or live.cwcathome.com. I would just ask you, don't choose it for us. Let's connect before we decide what that is. But if there's, you know how it is, if there's any way we can make it more relevant to us, or even a shorter URL, all of those are always beneficial for us. So if you want to take a look at that, that'd be great. And then church info. So this is stuff that, again, you're going to see as it relates, as you're going to see it come up there. CWC at Home, church website. That's our actual main landing page. Our address. You shouldn't have to obviously deal with any of this. Country, I'm trying to look. Email consent, we're not worrying about that, so we require email consent. We're doing no one. So whenever somebody, just so you know what this does, whenever people do give us our email or through the form, then that's a planning center form. So we don't worry about this, because people can opt out if they receive an email from the mass deal. But usually when they're paying attention, when they fill out that form, they are signing off and saying, hey, send me more information about how to stay connected. And in terms of service, we don't have this set up right now, the privacy or the terms of service or the privacy policy. I don't mind us looking into what that would look like, or how to, if that will help us from a liability standpoint in some way, shape, or form. I haven't really gotten into that myself. Curious to hear thoughts on it, but not really a priority of any kind. Okay, so hopefully that's it. Again, we've taken a look at the user experience, the host experience, and mainly we've dove into the admin experience. So I hope that's been helpful. Leaving the rest up to you. We can definitely update any one of these videos as we learn more information. I'd definitely love to have that for other admin as we add admin and host to the team. So I'll be curious, and I know Lydia will, to have more conversations with you as we go through. And there it is.